Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So my name is Amanda if you guys are new here, and today's video is going to be a budget with me. So based off last week's cash stuffing, I decided that I would go ahead and just kind of have another moment to chat with you guys before the second cash stuffing of May. And with that being said, I decided to do a budget with me so that we can pick my numbers for this week together and you guys can kind of see how I prepare prior to filming and just kind of like a background process that usually happens off camera. That way I'm a little bit more organized when I'm actually filming and talking to you guys on Thursdays. Before we jump in, I do want to remind you guys that the giveaway does close on Thursday. So if you have not entered, definitely check out my last video if that's something that you're interested in. But speaking of my last video, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. It means literally so much to me to know that you guys miss me just as much as I miss you. And I'm very excited about filming again. It's been like all I've been talking about to literally everybody. Like I made a whole second binder that we're going to talk about and like my process for that. And then I also have some exciting stuff in this little envelope, which we can just talk about super quickly. If you missed my last video, I did talk about how I got savings challenge trackers from Savvy Budget Babe on Etsy, and that will be linked down below. It's a pack of like 98 trackers, and it was really inexpensive. So definitely check out that Etsy listing if that's something that you're interested in. So I did make a couple of trackers that kind of fit my budget better or kind of like apply to things that I want, for example, like tattoos. And I'm going to be selling the physical items on Etsy. I'm not going to sell the digital one because again I highly recommend buying that one by Savvy Budget Babe. But if you want them like physically, like if you don't have a printer at home or a laminator or just don't want to do that work, I got you. So I have a couple of trackers that I will be offering on my Etsy shop. I have a travel tracker and they come in 4 different colors. So you can do white, blue, this aqua color, and then pink, which if you're an OG watcher, you would know that these are the same colors that I had for my 1K savings, 100 envelope, and 52-week challenge trackers. So yeah, I have a travel one that's a goal of $800. And I have this cute, just little $200 savings challenge, and it's like strawberry themed because I thought that was a cute idea. Then I have a spending one. So this is just a goal of $100. And I tried to make them as like realistic or like easy to accomplish as possible because my budget right now, like we talked about last week, I only have $100 a week for sinking funds. So I wanted to do numbers that like I would actually be able to complete. So there is spending. And then I also have a tattoo one, which I'm super excited to use this one. I do have an appointment on the 21st for 3 tattoos. Currently it's 3. It might end up just being 2. I'm not sure yet, but it should be 3 tattoos. And after I'm done with that appointment, this is what I'm going to use to save up for my next one. So yeah, anyway. Then the last one that I have is this just small sweet savings challenge. It's an $80 goal and it's like apple themed. So again, with the same 4 colors. So I will be keeping this one though because I like smudged the ink with my sweaty hands because I was really nervous. But anyway, those are the 5 different trackers that I will be offering on my Etsy shop. I believe they're like $1. I have them listed as like $1.50 each with free shipping, but that's because the shipping will not include a tracking number, just so that I can make it cheaper for you guys. I'm sending them as like stamped mail. But again, if this is something you're interested in, these will be the 4 colors that I'm offering, and these are the 4 challenges that I currently or will have up when this video is live. But yeah, so if physical is not your cup of tea or you don't really like any of these options, definitely check out the Etsy listing below from Savvy Budget Babe. So I have my planner from Plum Paper Planner. I will be repurchasing, and I can link their website down below, but I won't be able to link the exact, there goes my pen. I won't be able to link the exact planner because I did do some customizations, but yeah, so anyway, we're gonna go ahead and flip all the way to May. This should be May, and we're gonna pull my categories from here. So this is what my little monthly view looks like with my bills, and we're gonna go to week 2. So whenever I'm preparing for a video, I never actually write in my planner until like right before because I want whatever numbers make it in here to be like finalized. So I do use a separate journal to go ahead and make like a little cheat sheet So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and pull our categories from here and write them in our separate mini notebook, just so we kind of know what we're doing. So I'm so sorry if the camera shakes a lot. If it shakes too much, I'll probably just cut this out and then come back when everything's already written down. Now we're going to bring out our little calculator because we only have $100 to divide between all of these. Which I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So technically, every envelope could get about $6 if I wanted to like evenly distribute that. But that's not the case because I have these savings challenge trackers. So we're going to go ahead and open my binder and flip through basically all of them. Which luckily they're in the back of every envelope. So while we are here, I'm going to get that tattoo tracker. That way I can go ahead and add it into my envelope. See, they're all $25, which I did the same thing with the travel one, like where they're all $50, but I kind of like when it's like a different number every time. So I think I'm lying. I'm probably going to do this one, which I know $80. I mean, it could get a tattoo, but it probably couldn't get a very big one, which is fine because I prefer smaller tattoos. So we'll just go ahead and add this one to that envelope when we get there. I mentioned last week that I did have a couple of priorities. See, like this is my little cheat sheet. So car maintenance, Christmas, and pet needs are the like top priorities for me right now in terms of sinking funds, just because my animals always need stuff. I'm getting an oil change today, so that's pretty cool, but I already had money set aside for that. And then Christmas, well, Christmas is an annual thing, and I love to give people gifts, and I like to spend like a little more than I probably should. So I'm trying to get a handle on that this year. But car maintenance, since I do need a new windshield, there's a lot of things. Car maintenance, it's always a lot of things. Anyway, car maintenance currently has $26, and we're doing the alphabet challenge for this one. So it's A through Z, and then every letter is the value of the number in the alphabet it is, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to kind of, at least for now, go backwards. So for car maintenance, we'll go ahead and do 25 as the next number. And I'm not going to color the tracker in until we're filming. So now we have $75 left. So then we're going to do Christmas, which Christmas just has a personal savings challenge with a goal of $500. So I think for that one, we'll just go ahead and do another 10, because my goal is like as we decrease in this value, we would be increasing in this one, you know? So it should like work out pretty well. So we're going to do another $10 for Christmas. Then clothes, the cheapest amount we can do for clothes is $10. So the rule that I gave myself with these savings challenges is if I can't fill out a number, or I guess if I don't want to, I need to still give it $1 so that everything is getting something. So retail therapy for clothing, I think we're just going to go ahead and skip and give it $1 now too, because it's not like we have a trip or anything coming up. Like there's no reason we really need to stuff clothing. It would just be nice to have. So gaming, this is kind of just a little random savings challenge. We'll go ahead and do, so we have 64 currently, so I guess we could just do that $4 one. That way it kind of evens our little thing back out to 60. So for gifts, my brother's birthday and Mother's Day is on the same day this year. So I decided, I think I talked about this, sorry I keep referencing my last video, but last week I mentioned that I'm going to try to not pull from these at all so that they can kind of like get going, at least for a couple of weeks. That way I can fill in some of these and actually bulk them up instead of pulling it immediately when I put it in there. But we are finishing up paying for Jordan's tires. So basically I'm going to use that money for the gifts. So it's like that bill just lasted a little longer, if that makes sense. It works for us. It works for our system. So that's what Jordan and I are going to go ahead and do. So for gifts, we'll just go ahead and give it another $10. Just because I feel like $20 is a good amount to have in there. So haircut, haircut and tattoos don't have trackers currently, but it is going to get one now. Oh, actually, this should go for haircut. because his haircut with the tip is $80. Well, that's perfect, you guys. That was a great idea. So we're gonna give haircut that tracker, and we'll go ahead and give it $6. Okay, so $6 for haircut. Medical, let's see what medical has. So the lowest one for medical is going to be $15, but I'm just going to go ahead and give it $1. Then we have pet needs. So the cheapest for pet needs is $5, which I think we'll go ahead and do. We'll go ahead and fill out a $5 one. Okay, so then pins. So pins is another one that's just like kind of a smaller challenge. We're at 38. So there's not a $3. Oh, there is a $3 one. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do $3 for pins. Then tattoos. Okay, so maybe that's a sign that I should just use the actual tattoo tracker. So let's go ahead and grab one of those. I just don't know what color I should use. I know you guys can't like talk to me live, but which one should we use? So we have this blue one already for haircut. I think we'll go ahead and do pink, because that's kind of cute. Okay, so we'll do pink for that one. So the tattoo goal is 450 based on this savings challenge, which that's a good amount. That's a good amount in my opinion. So let's go ahead and add this. That's going to look super cute with the yellow. However, we're not going to fill in anything on tattoos. So okay. We're going to give tattoo $1. And we're going to go back to pins and we'll give it $2 so that it could stay 35. If anything, we'll just come back and alter that. So toiletries is a $10 across the board. So we have 35, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 envelopes left. So self-care could just go ahead and get $1, or toiletries, sorry, that's what that one is. So $1. Then travel, the cheapest one for that is $10, but if you know me, I love traveling. I'm always trying to save up for the next Disney trip. So we'll just go ahead and give travel $10 again. So we're down to 24, and now we have the 3 savings challenges, which is where this binder comes into play. So I don't even know if I referenced this binder earlier in the video, but I got so excited about being back that I was like, let me make another binder, because I was like, what can I do with these envelopes? Well, these are basically going to fund this, but I'll talk more about it in a second, because this is home related, which I had already said these would kind of contribute to. So anyway, for challenge number 1, that is my household supplies, or like my household savings. I think we can go ahead and do $5 for this one. So now we're at 19. There's like, do you guys hear that? There's like knocking. If it's not my neighbor, then that's kind of creepy, because I don't know what that is and I'm home by myself. Summer savings challenge. So this one is $5 across the board also. Sorry, not also, this one wasn't like that, but we're just gonna do $5 for this challenge as well. If any of you out there are fellow YouTubers, you just know the struggle of how everyone decides to do everything the second you sit down to film. Like, that's so funny. Okay, anyway, the last challenge is the Gumball Savings Challenge, and we do have $14 left. So this is sometimes the dilemma I get into, and this is kind of how I deal with it. Usually I will pick a number here that satisfies what I feel like it should get, and then I can go back and alter one of these, which is why we're not coloring anything in yet, and that's also why it's not being written in my planner. For example, here too, like I would have had to white it out, and I don't know, it's just a whole thing. So for the Gumball Challenge, we have $14. I'm just going to go ahead and fill in this number 4. So let's go ahead and add that there. So minus $4, which brings us down to an even $10. So now we'll just go ahead and go back and figure out what we should put that in. For example, pet needs, I think, has a space for $15. Yeah, so it does have $15. So I think we'll just go ahead and raise this week to make that 15, and then there goes our other 10 to bring us to an even 0. So that is going to be what we stuff for our sinking funds this week. But I want to talk to you guys about this binder. So the last 3 envelopes, which you guys saw, are just like random challenges. So I believe the gumball challenge is the smallest one. So this one has $58. This one is $100, and then household supplies is at $250. So my goal was to like disperse one between the sinking funds. One goes into my down payment savings, and then the other one, I guess I just keep. I never really figured that out, but I decided that I would apply all 3 of these, or sorry, for this rotation, it's probably just going to be these 2, like this rotation of challenges, because I am going to need a planner when mine finishes up in July. So I'm thinking about trying to finish the gumball challenge early for my planner. But these 2, instead of being deposited with the rest of my down payment savings, I decided to make a home, like a new home themed binder. But I did talk to you guys about how Jordan and I are kind of in the process of preparing to buy a home. I wouldn't say we're in the process of buying a home because we're still credit fixing, we're still saving, and doing all that good stuff. But to kind of just prepare and get us a little bit ahead, even if I'm not able to like really bulk these up, I wanted to make this binder so that when those challenges are fully funded, that money can get dispersed into this binder. And I think it would be really convenient, especially because since we're using savings trackers, I'm already going to have lower denominations. It's not like I'm going to have just really big bills that I can't divide. So I made myself some more envelopes, and I just kind of want to go through them with you guys. So I made a category for appliances, bathrooms, bedrooms, electronics, holiday decorations, kitchen, living room, outdoor, renovations, stockpile, and utilities. So of course some of those are going to be for furnishing items like bathroom and bedrooms, but at the same time, like toilet paper can come out of this if it's not coming out of stockpile. So stockpile, my idea behind that one is not really to stockpile, but to kind of just bulk up a lot of money to be able to do like our first real big grocery trip, and just kind of get everything that we need. So like household cleaners, the actual groceries, spices, like those kinds of things. But everything else, I think all of our other bases were covered with everything else that I made a category for. So the difference between appliances and electronics is like this would be TVs, or I don't know, like a record player, gaming devices, like those kinds of things, where appliances would be our fridge, washer, dryer, probably, I think home security would come out of one of those. And yeah, so I think all my bases are covered. If there's anything that I'm missing, I'll probably just add a miscellaneous category, or it can come out of whatever we have left over from our down payment savings. But yeah, so that's what this binder's for. We won't see this again until the other challenges are finished up, because that is how I will fund it. But with that being said, that is pretty much all for this video. So the only steps that I have left is to make a cash breakdown sheet for these amounts. That way when I go to the bank, they know exactly what kind of bills I need, and I can just go in and get my money, come home, and film. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm probably going to be uploading this same day. Really quick, I was about to say, oh my gosh, I forgot. There goes my pen again. I did not realize that I didn't tell you guys I got married. Like, I'm genuinely sorry that I didn't say anything. I really thought I said something, or I thought maybe like I posted a picture of it on my Instagram story or something, which I didn't even go back to check if I did that or not. But a lot of you guys were mentioning that you had no idea I got married. But yes, I got married back in December to Jordan, and I do plan on sharing some of our little wedding photos in the cash stuffing. That way, like, because I know a lot more people are going to watch that video than this one, so that way you guys can all see it together. But yeah, so we had a little wedding in December, on December 7th, but it wasn't anything big. We were just going to go to the courthouse, honestly, and do our own little thing. But we wanted to at least have immediate family there, so we did like a brunch wedding. We rented a small venue that was like $300 for like 4 hours. We just did the ceremony and then kind of all ate food together. We didn't even have a cake for everyone. Jordan and I just had a little like lunchbox cake. It was like a heart shaped, and we ate that together. There was like no first dance or anything. It literally wasn't anything crazy. And yeah, and then we went and had a little photo shoot and went home, and I'm pretty sure I took a nap, or we probably went to the movies. We probably just, honestly, it was just any regular day after that, but it was so super fun, and yeah, it was such a good time. So anyway, again, I will share those pictures next video, that way I can choose which ones are my favorite to show you guys. But yeah, so that's all for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. If you have any questions about anything, definitely check down below. Ask me down below in the comment section. That way, if it's like a product, I can link it in my description. That way, it's always there for you guys to reference. But yeah, if you're interested in my trackers, again, they will be live on my Etsy shop, probably at the same time this video is posted. And I will see you guys next week. I will see you guys in this week's cash stuffing. Bye.